So maybe because of my late arrival, we are starting late. When I came here, I was deeply impressed by looking towards your institution. Madam Neha Pandey took me to a few departments, and I saw it within a small period of time. Because life of education institution, we have many institutions, 50 years, 100 years, 150 years, 200 years. I think this institution has recently started. And in the span of 15 years, the way it has grown, it's amazing. So I must congratulate the management, because without a vision of a management, it's not possible. But vision is not only sufficient to support that. You must have a strong team. And yes, you do have. That is what I believe. When I came here and when I talked to Biani brothers, many things, it's a bit, wherever I go, I talk to the people. They all talk, or they're all this thing, thinking direction is a formal one. They don't go out of the box. But what I observed with you two brothers is altogether different. And yes, that is what is making this difference. Going for the university within 15 years is not a small thing. And yes, I wish you all the best in your endeavors. मुझे एक पंक्ति याद आ रही है कि बिना मांगे हमें मिला है, बिना मांगे हमें मिला है, बिना खोए हमने पाया है, नाज है हमें हमारी तकदीर पर कि बियानी जी हमने आप जैसे दोस्तों को पाया है. The topic, Madam called me, I think yesterday or day before, when I was traveling to Bhatinda, and she asked me what should be the topic of your talk. I said, I can talk on any topic, but it should be relevant to the technical education. But when I came here, actually I was knowing that it's a management institute, but I thought, okay, there may be some technical institution also here. But unfortunately it is not. Only MCA program. Therefore, my topic is a bit irrelevant to this gathering maybe. But I think when we talk about the education as a whole, then whether it is management education, engineering education, or any other education, everything comes under same umbrella, it goes in the same direction. Nowadays, the major issue is when we were talking, I was just thinking what to talk, and Mr. Biani gave me the clue that we should think about the employability, because that is what is the key word now. Industry people are talking about the dilution of the class and deterioration of the quality in the education. I came across few surveys. One survey, I think it is published by NASSCOM. NASSCOM talks about the circuit branches in engineering. NASSCOM says that 18% of Indian engineers are employable. Inspire Mind talks about the entire, all engineering, management, and other formal education. Inspiring Mind says that only 13% of Indian graduates are employable. So more shockingly, I came across one report published by the World Bank in last September. World Bank has thrown some light on this. And World Bank report says that only 9% of Indian graduates are employable. Few days back, I think it was maybe 23rd or 24th of July, there is a headlines in the Indian Express. June. And the statement of the CMD of Tech Mahindra is there. So Tech Mahindra CMD, he has quoted that, he said that the quality of the graduates in India is below par. And it's very difficult to handle the industry with this type of stuff. That is the statement made by the CMD of Tech Mahindra on 23rd or 21st of June. In support of this, so this is something different what we expect. Because we are working in this field, I am working in this field since last 29 years. Worldwide, I go abroad many times. In last November, I was there in Canada for the World Engineering Education Forum. Almost 131 countries represented there. And the issue of the concern, the topic for the discussion was how to meet the ever-rising need for skilled, competent technocrats in the world. It is expected, it is estimated that by 2030, 110 crores of the young graduates are required. It's a global requirement. It's a global requirement. India produces 14 lakhs of engineers every year. It is 16, we work with the installed capacity of 16 lakhs. But presently it's reduced to 10 by 2 lakhs and we are producing 14 lakhs of engineers. Almost 11 lakhs are produced by the rest of the world. So every year we are pouring 14 lakhs of engineers into the market. Few lakhs of management graduates into the market. With this figure also, because the estimation is 110 crores. It will take hundreds of years for us to reach there, and entire world is looking at us, the country having potential to at least satisfy this need to a certain extent. And the reason behind it, there are 2-3 reasons. Number one, our ancestors, those who are there already, have proved their stuff. If you look into the multinational companies across the globe today, if you go to any multinational company, you will find 32 to 34% of Indians working there in the managerial position and as engineers. You go to Microsoft, Google, Boeing, any IBM, any company. So they have proved that yes, we have stuff and we can lead the technology in the world. Secondly, we work with the largest installed capacity of producing the engineers as well as the management graduates. Thirdly, we have a stable legislation system, and the most importantly, the benefit of demographic dividend, what we are going to enjoy for a longer amount of time. Maybe for 30 to 40 years we are going to enjoy from now. Figure says that almost 64% of Indian population is in the working group of 19 to 59. Almost 53% of Indian population is less than 25 years, and by 2030, the average age of the Indian population will be 29 years. And at that point of time, the average age of the population, US population will be 42 years, entire Europe will be 44 years, Japan will be 48 years, and China will be crossing 50. When the average age of any nation crosses 40, the country is said to be the older country. And when the country grows older, its dependency ratio increases and it decelerates its economy. And its economy shifts from manufacturer's economy to service economy. Now China is number 2 economy in the world, and China is going to get older. Now they have started shifting from manufacturing. So there is a big gap now in the manufacturing sector. Chinese economies, you may be knowing more than that, being a management students and all, it's almost 18 to 20 trillion US dollars. And share of the manufacturing into that, manufacturing sector into that, is almost 15%. So that share itself is twice the Indian economy. We are 3 trillion US dollars economy. If we can get benefit of that, definitely our economy will grow many folds. So it's a big opportunity for us. It's a big opportunity for us. But unfortunately, are we in the position to grab this opportunity? So the issue of the employability comes here now. So answer to this of my question was given to Honorable E. Sridharan, Have you heard of the name of E. Sridharan? E. Sridharan, Metro Man. E. Sridharan is a renowned engineer. We can say that the father of engineers in India now. The Konkan Railway project from Mumbai to Kanyakumari was to be constructed, and experts worldwide said that it's impossible and infeasible project. No foreign company came for bidding the project. No foreign company. Then Railway Minister and Finance Minister, Mr. Madhu Dandavati and George Fernandez, they shouldered this responsibility to this young engineer at that time. And E. Sridharan completed that project in time with zero escalation, no extension of time. Experts worldwide said that it's impossible, it is infeasible, it's not possible to construct. That project is completed by him. Escalation, yesterday morning, a day before yesterday when I was traveling, I was reading a newspaper. One dam project in Maharashtra completed. So that news was there. I just read the news and knew, says that the initial cost of the project was 92 crore rupees. And when it is completed, money spent on the project was 9,300 crore rupees. So the skill of increasing the cost of project from 92 crore to 9,300 crore is called escalation. So this escalation was zero in Konkan Railway project. So that person is Sridharan I'm talking about. He constructed Delhi Metro with minimum traffic disturbance to Delhi and only 6 months extension. His Kochi project is world record metro project. Now he is working on the Kanpur project. Do you know his age? He is more than 86 now. So I got an opportunity to meet him last September. I still remember the 4th September on the eve of Teachers' Day in Ahmedabad. When I went to his office, my appointment was at 9 o'clock. I went there, my number was 7. So he already met 3-4 people. That means he was sitting in his office at the age of more than 85, not before later than 8:30. Maybe 8 o'clock he was sitting in his office. When I entered in his cabin, I briefed him. He was knowing that I think. He said, gentlemen, at quite younger age you have got this responsibility and you are part of a policy making body of the government of India as far as the education is concerned. Do something. Because there are a lot of engineers around me, but unfortunately I cannot hire them. Because, yes, they are engineers, they are graduates, having degrees, but they are not real engineers. They are not real graduates. Yes, you have given them some work, they have done it, and they have gained a degree, and on that degree, I cannot afford to put them on the project. So this is the statement made by this. In support of that, when I took over as the president of ISD on 1/1/2015, we had to appoint 2 positions, 2 persons, 1 driver and 1 mechanical engineer. We received 51 applications for post of mechanical engineer. My staff took the interview and shortlisted 3 candidates were sent to me. I asked just one question: how much salary you want? So one of the student, aspirant to whom I was inclined to appoint, I asked him how much money you want. He gave me a very fantastic answer, platonic answer. He said, sir, you give me anything, because this is a big organization and I want to work with the organization and I want to grow with the organization. I said, भैया सब ठीक है, लेकिन जब तक खाओगे नहीं तब लोग कैसे हो पाओगे? खाने के लिए तो पैसे की जरूरत होती है, पैसा कितना चाहिए बोलिए? No, sir, whatever you want to give, you give. Then I said, okay, I will give you 5,000 rupees. Immediately he said, no, I cannot work for 5,000 rupees. Really, I am telling you, from bottom of my heart, I was very happy. He engineer saying that, no, this is not my value. I am something better for us. I need something better. I was expecting him to quote some 40,000, 50,000, something like that. Then I said, okay, now my turn is over. Now you tell me how much money you want. They said, it's very difficult, sir, for me to maintain myself in the city like Delhi in 5,000 rupees. If you can give me 10,000 rupees, I will join your organization. I was shocked. Unfortunately, on that day, we appointed an engineer for 10,000 rupees. And on the same day, we gave an offer letter to the driver for 18,000 rupees. This is the situation. This is the situation. I will quote one more example. A few days back, I was in my home. I keep on traveling. I have many assignments, so many times I don't go home. So for a longer stay, I go within 1 day, 2 days, I go back. So last 15 days back, I was there in my house. In the morning, I was reading the newspaper, and my wife was talking with the housemaid. And I was not deliberately listening it, but something was coming. कुछ सुनाई दे रहा. तो उनका चल रहा था. My wife is a doctor, so she is a civil surgeon heading a district there. So she was talking with her, and the discussion was regarding fixing of the salary of that lady. So what that lady do? She come in the morning some 2 hours, and in the evening for 1 hour. And there was some discussion, and they finalized the deal at 11,000 rupees. Driver earns 18,000 rupees. Now it is very difficult to get driver for 18,000 rupees. I'll tell you. Now driver, you won't get driver at 18,000 rupees. A housemaid in the city, like small city like Kolhapur, 11,000 rupees. In Jaipur, maybe more than 15,000 rupees. And an engineer, I'm afraid whether they are being paid for 5,000 rupees also. Same is only, it's a surprising thing about engineering graduates and management graduates. Only 3.5% of the professional graduates, the more global world will be, 3.5% of these graduates gets the salary of their expectation. Only 17% of them work in their core area. बाकी सब लोग जो मिलता है वो करते हैं. Anything. As you are teachers, I will tell you one more very interesting thing. Do you know how many of you or how many of us, let us say, teachers, comes into this profession or selected this profession as a profession of their first choice? Here it is very good number because the survey which has been conducted by the government says that not more than 5% of the teachers enters into this profession as the profession of their first choice. More than 95% or 95% of the teachers are forced to enter into this profession because they are left with no other option. Let me very frankly tell you, I was not intended or I was not expecting to be in the teaching profession. When I passed, I still remember it was 86. My results were awaited, and government of Maharashtra, I received an offer letter from government of Maharashtra to join an engineering college. I was actually not very happy to join it because I was selected in ONGC at that time and I wanted to join it, but my joining date was in December. I received the letter in August. But few of my friends said, it's a government job, go and join it, 3-4 months, जाओ मजा करो, पैसा मिलेगा. तो ग्रेजुएट हो गया था मैं, उस वक्त पैसे तो रहते नहीं थे जेब में, तो नौकरी का तो ठीक है. So I joined it. And what my principal did is, he asked me to conduct a lecture on the final year students. So the students were almost of my age. So I entered into the class. I was knowing nothing about the teaching, I was nothing knowing about the learning, no pedagogy, nothing. I started experimenting on the students, of which outcome was not known to me also. And very unfortunately, till today, except few this thing, as far as the engineering is concerned, and even in the management sector also, the teachers, those who want to be the teachers, need not have to get themselves certified. If you have some master's degree, yes, you can be a teacher. And then they go to the class, experiments on the student, outcome no one knows. And after that, after a few years, yes, now I don't have a regret. I am in teaching. Because after a few days, few years, I turned out to be a good teacher. It happens. But I'm talking about the system. So only 5% people come. And then when it's not your area of your liking, What will happen to the students? So I was talking about the employability. Yeah. Each residence said, and even the housemaid and a driver can earn more than an engineer. I was there in NMIT, one college in Bangalore. The college is managed by Dr. N.R. Shetty. N.R. Shetty was a director of NIT Surathkal for 12 years. He was Vice Chancellor of Bangalore University for 2 consecutive terms. He is now the chairman of, Chancellor of Central University, a big person. Excellent college. So I went there. I just saw this thing, and I also have seen your presentation of the name of the companies and all. So it was there. So to begin with the talk, I said, sir, you have attracted many companies for the campus and all, and your placement is good, right? So then his voice. Last month, these companies, multinational companies, are cheaters. They expect me to send my student who spends 4 years here, studies 40 subjects, gives 400 examinations, and they expect this student to join their company for a package of 2 lakhs rupees, 3 lakhs rupees, multinational companies. But what does it mean? 2 lakhs or 3 lakhs rupees, if you calculate the take-home salary, it will not be more than 10,000 to 12,000 rupees. So with a big name, it's exploitation of the students. And this is because they have a common distinction, your students are not qualified. So do we feel, are our students, well, he only told me one figure, I remember it now. He said, if then after this I started studying, what is the global scenario on this? The percentage of the skilled population in US is sub 64%. Percentage of a skilled population in Europe, it is 73%. For Japan it is 84% and highest is for Korea 96%. Percentage of skilled population. And now what is the percentage of the skilled population in India? Do you know that? It's 2.67%. Percentage of a skilled population in India is 2.67%. Now, with this type of army, how can we imagine of winning the war against unemployment? We just cannot think of go for a war, forget about winning. Day before yesterday, I was traveling from Delhi to Bhatinda. On the way, there is a place, Panipat. You would have heard about the Panipat. And for us, for Marathas, Panipat is a pilgrimage. And reason behind that is, सन 1761 में एक युद्ध लड़ा गया था मराठा में, and it was 14th of December, day of Sankranti. The war, till afternoon, the war was being won by Maratha army, and after 2 महीने के बाद में पूरा चित्र उल्टा हो गया. Maratha army lost the war. 2 lakh Maratha soldiers were killed on the Panipat, and it was a defamating loss, huge loss. इतिहासकार उसके बारे में लिखते हैं कि ये युद्ध हारा कैसे गया. तो उसके लिए ऐसा लिखते हैं कि द मराठा आर्मी में ऐसे काफी लोग थे कि जिनको युद्ध के बारे में कुछ पता नहीं था, उनको लड़ने के बारे में, लड़ाई के बारे में कुछ पता नहीं था. वो उनके साथ में थे. उस वक्त एट दैट टाइम द ट्रेडिशन वाज व्हेनेवर मराठा आर्मी गोज दे यूज्ड टू. तो बस जिसको लगता है कि चलो यार ये जीतने वाली आर्मी घुस जाओ, इसमें जाएंगे, देखेंगे कैसे होता है, कुछ मिलेगा, ऐसे काफी लोग उसमें थे. एंड व्हेन वॉर स्टार्टेड, उनको पता नहीं कौन किसको मार रहा है, कौन किसको काट रहा है. जिसको पता नहीं था उसने तलवार ढाल फेंक दी, वहां पे भाग गया. और जब whenever somebody runs from the war battle, कि जो लड़ने वाला है उसका भी नीति धैर्य खत्म हो जाता है. And because of that, the army lost. I compare this situation with this war, with the unemployment. आज हुआ ये है कि 2004-5 तक the engineering force, management force, कि बस MBA करो नौकरी है, इंजीनियरिंग करो नौकरी है, Jobs were there available. And therefore, कि सबको लगा कि नहीं भैया हमें इंजीनियरिंग करनी है. पेरेंट्स बोलते हैं बच्चों को मैनेजमेंट में पढ़ाना है, बच्चों को इंजीनियरिंग में पढ़ाना है. इर्रिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ हिज एटीट्यूड. उसको लड़ाई आती है नहीं आती है, तलवार कैसी है ढाल कैसी है पता नहीं है, लेकिन गया लड़ाई लड़ने. ऐसे काफी स्टूडेंट इस फील्ड में आ रहे हैं without having that attitude. And the result of that is they complete it as a formality. And when they are out, they are independent, they are incapable of handling any research program, any engineering task. अगर ये होता ही नहीं कि we ask them to go for a toughest entrance examinations like JEE and all. JEE is supposed to be the toughest examination in the world. और 8वीं कक्षा से 5-6 साल तक JEE की प्रिपरेशन करता है. Once he clears it, he feels that the motto of my life is war. And that is where he loses the enthusiasm in learning. वो तो बस पढ़ता है, remember करता है, लिखता है, pass. And therefore he cannot do well in the field. That is one of the major reason behind this. Many people, does this mean that all of our students are useless? Definitely not. Because they are creation of God, and we believe God does not create garbage. There is a quote in Upanishad, Amantraksha nasti, nasti mulanamshadam, ayogya purusha nasti, yojaka durlabha. Meaning, there is no alphabet which does not have use in mantras, which is not used in mantras, which cannot be used in mantras. There is no plant which does not have any medicinal use. Likewise, there is no individual who is of no utility, no use. Every individual has some capacity, some characteristics, some traits. The thing is, what we lack is identified. And that job, that task is to be done by the teachers, parents, and even sometimes by the students. Without studying the attitude, without studying the nature, directly joining the engineering and going for engineering. One parent came to me 2-3 years back. He said, I want to put my boy into the engineering and computer engineering. He was I came from a rural area. I studied, I was born and brought up in the village, today also the population is not more than 4,000. He came to me, assuming that I am a knowledgeable person in the field, and he asked me, I want to put my, I thought he is asking the guidance. But he was determined, uska decision to ho chuka tha, कि I want to put my son into the engineering, that too computer engineering, what is your opinion? I said, why? Why you want to put him in engineering one thing, and why you want to put him in the computer engineering? Oh, he is very fast in computers. He is very good in computers. It was surprise to me. जिस गांव में अभी तक कनेक्टिविटी नहीं है प्रॉपर, वहाँ कंप्यूटर में कहाँ से आ गया इतना नॉलेज बच्चे को? मैंने कहा how it is possible? Oh, he play all games on the mobile, and therefore he is good in computer. Such type ऐसे कुछ ideas लेके कि हम बच्चों को, उनको तो कुछ समझता नहीं है, 15 साल के 16 साल की उम्र में उनको समझता नहीं है. We guide them and we put them into the wrong track. Now it's a challenge before parents. I teach especially before teachers. Now we have to train our students for the problems which are not known. Because rate of change of technology is tremendous. Few days back, on 9th of January, I was there in VTU, Belgaum, where the ISRO chairman, then ISRO chairman, Kiran Kumar was there, and Dr. Achut Godbole was there, IIT Mumbai, scientist. He was there. And we were discussing something, and Achut Godbole was briefing, and he said, the things, the innovations that have taken place not taken place in the last 500 years, have been taken place in these 50 years. And the innovations which have not taken place in these 50 years are taking place in 5 years. And the innovations that have not taken place in 5 years are taking place in 5 months. Technology is changing, rapidly changing, and with the technology, industry is changing. If industry doesn't change, industry is being thrown out of the market. The classical examples of them are Nokia. You know Nokia, world leader, having global market share of 42% in 1996, sold to Microsoft. BlackBerry couldn't manage the Android technology, thrown out of the market. Fujifilm and Kodak. Kodak couldn't manage itself to digital technology. Fujifilm took over. Kodak is not in the market. So industry is forced to change with the technology. So industry is changing now, and therefore their expectation about human capital is changing. Previously it was not so. Now Industry's expectation about the human capital are changing. Once in the meeting, in the NASCOM, I asked one industrialist was talking about this thing. I asked him, sir, I'm from a teaching profession. Yes, don't blame us. Don't blame our students. Yeah, I quoted this thing. There was one program in Amaravati about 1.5 years back. An HRD minister and EICD chairman was there with me. We were sharing the dais. And one student rose his hand and he said, sir, I want to talk for 2 minutes. When HRD minister is on the dais, AICD chairman is on the dais, organized didn't allow. But Saraswati sir was sitting behind me. He told me, ask the organizers to allow the students. Saraswati sir is a very open-minded person. He has started this scheme of funding the academics now after the gap of 8 to 10 years. So 2 good persons are there there now, Saraswati sir and our Punya sir. So they are doing very good. So then I asked organization, asked them to ask the student to come on the dais. Student came and he said, I will take only 1 minute. He came on the dais. He didn't talk anything. He just एक कविता एक शेर सुनाया उसने. शेर ऐसा था कि हर सब्जेक्ट के होठों का जाम हुए हम, हर सब्जेक्ट के होठों का जाम हुए हम, हर एग्जाम के बाजार में सरेआम हुए हम. कितनी बदनसीब है किस्मत तो हमारी देखी, बोली वही नहीं लगाता जिसके लिए नीलाम हुए. आप जो बोलते हो हम करते हैं. You ask us to study these many subjects, we do. You ask us to go for the examination, we go. You ask us to conduct practicals, we do. And at the end of the day, somebody comes and says that you are not employable, आप इस क्षेत्र के लिए नालायक हो. Then who is responsible? Whether we are responsible, whether the student is responsible, nobody is responsible. Situation is responsible. Because technology is changing, nothing is static now, everything is dynamic. We have to mold ourselves into that platform. अगर आपको खुद की पोजीशन भी मेंटेन करनी है, अगर स्थिर भी रहना है, तो भी भागना पड़ेगा. You have to run because others are running. Others are running. So if you want to maintain your relative position, you also have to run. इसलिए मैंने कहा कि we have to train the students for the technologies which are not been evolved, not known. You have to train the students for the problems which are not known. हमारी सिचुएशन महाभारत के अर्जुन से भी डेंजरस है. अर्जुन को कहा गया था अगर द्रौपदी से शादी करनी है तो लक्ष्य भेद करना पड़ेगा. वो मछली की आंख उनको भेद दी थी, लेकिन ऊपर नहीं देखना था, उनको देखना था नीचे पानी में देख करके. अर्जुन को तो कम से कम मछली दिखती थी पानी में. हमें तो कुछ भी पता नहीं है व्हाट इज गोइंग टू हैपन एंड व्हाट इज गोइंग टू कम. Achyut Godole sir on that day they told us 70% of the present jobs will not be there by 2030. आज जो नौकरियां है उसमें से 70% नौकरियां नहीं रहेंगी 2030 तक. New jobs will be there, but new jobs. Maybe more than that. New, but what new? Nobody knows it. The issue, I abruptly cut it when I was talking in the meeting of NASCOM. I said, sir, we are from the teaching fraternity. You tell us what are your benchmarks so that we can tailor our product which will suit your benchmarks, which will match your benchmark. He said, gentlemen, it's not possible because our requirements are dynamic. We also don't know what is going to come tomorrow. Because I read listened to a speech of a CM of Daimler-Benz. Daimler-Benz is the largest manufacturing company, car manufacturing company in the world. What CMD says? I don't have competition from any car manufacturing company in the world. कार मैन्युफैक्चरिंग कंपनी का लीडर बोल रहा है कि मुझे कार मैन्युफैक्चरिंग में दूसरी किसी भी कंपनी से कंपटीशन नहीं है. आई हैव अ कंपटीशन फ्रॉम एप्पल, आई हैव अ कंपटीशन फ्रॉम गूगल, आई हैव अ कंपटीशन फ्रॉम अमेज़न, आई हैव कंपटीशन फ्रॉम टेस्ला. टेस्ला कार has been imported to Mumbai 2 months back, 2.75 crore rupees, electric car, autonomous car. American Society of Automotive Engineers has predicted that by 2035, 70% of the cars on the road will be autonomous and electrical. अगर electrical vehicle आ जाएगा, what we are teaching to the student now, nothing about electrical vehicle. Okay, when autonomous vehicle, you need not have to learn the drive. How the picture will change? There will be no steering, no clutch, no brake, nothing. It is because it is autonomous. You need not have to purchase a car. Because these companies will build a computer on the wheel. They will manufacture their cars. If Jaipur's requirement is 20,000 cars, some Amazon or Apple will produce 20,000 cars and dump into the Jaipur. No driver. What you have to do is just use their app, call the car will come, no driver. Madam will be dropped from her house to residence to college. She can study and all, no full privacy, no driver, nothing. Okay, you need not have to learn the driving, you need not have to own the car. Car will drop you here, go. You need not have to have a parking place also. Parking lots may get converted into the parks. Next generation will forget driving, skill of driving. जैसे बंदर की पूंछ निकल गई, ड्राइविंग का स्किल निकल जाएगा. Now 10 lakh kilometer, for every 10 lakh kilometer there is one death casualty in road accidents. That will go to 20 crore kilometers. The insurance model will be absolute. No insurance model. And insurance की जरूरत नहीं रही. होगा ही नहीं insurance का model. So this type of changes are coming. There is one IBM answering machine has been developed by IBM Watson company. You ask a legal query to the machine, it will give you the answer within seconds and with the accuracy of 93%. The expert advocate's accuracy is 64%. And this machine will give you the answer with the accuracy of 93%. Federal government is thinking of replacing the judiciary with the machines. No judge, no advocate, no court, nothing. If there is a dispute, go to the machine. Machine will give the report and government will accept it. You also will have to accept it. This type of technology is coming. There is one equipment, tricorder. Again, IBM has developed it. It is to be used with a mobile phone. You look into it, it will scan your eye. You breathe into it. Give blood sample to it. Within few minutes, it will scan 53 bioparameters of your body and generate the entire report, medical report of yours. You need not have to go to the doctors. Now, see, you need not have to go. Operations also are being conducted or successfully conducted by robots. 3D technology using biomaterial, artificial liver and kidney has been manufactured and successfully transplanted. These spare parts of the flying aeroplanes has been manufactured by 3D printing. China has constructed 7 houses in a day by using 3D technology. So these technologies are coming. We just cannot imagine. Now there is a scanner, a 3D machine and scanner, you can have affordable scanner. You just scan your foot and it will produce your shoes in the house. Now also, world's all leading shoe manufacturing company does not stitch the shoe. They are 3D manufactured. You can do it in your house. So all these technologies are disruptive technologies. This technology does not have any relation with the previous technology. And therefore, what is going to come next is not known to us. It is not known to us. Then what is the solution? Whatever we are going to teach our students may get obsoleted by the time the student goes out of the college. The solution to this is learning, be-learning and relearning. Continuous learning. But here what we have to do is, you have to redefine the teaching and learning. Talking is not teaching, listening is not learning. I remember one quote by Benjamin Franklin, fourth father of US. He said that you tell me, I will forget. You teach me, I will remember. And you involve me, I will learn. That's the statement made by Benjamin Franklin. Benjamin Franklin's era, you know, how many years back? To support that. My son last year passed his 12th exam. And I wanted to put him in engineering. There was a time, 2 months, 3 months holiday. And on one fine evening, I called him and asked him, come here and I want some, this, what is this? You tell me. His first question was, don't you know this? I said, I was knowing it, but I studied way back and now I am not in touch with it and there are certain new things, you tell me. उसने एक in Marathi, are you crazy? के लिए वो बोलते हैं कि आपके सर पे गिरे क्या? तो उसने मुझे पूछा, आप सर पे गिरे क्या? तो मैंने कहा, what is the problem? I am okay, मैं crazy नहीं हूँ, मुझे याद नहीं है, इसलिए मैं पूछ रहा हूँ. उसने कहा, अगर आपको याद नहीं है तो मुझे कैसे याद रहेगा? मैंने कहा कि I studied it 20 years, 30 years back. You have studied it 1 month back. So you should ask me how much marks I am scoring in this subject. You see my result. I don't remember all these things because ho gaya, raat gayi, baat gaya, I don't remember it now. This is the case with this. All students, their brains are so formatted. They will study and on the day of examination they may forget. On the day of examination. Because it is a culture now. They don't remember. So our system is like this now. We teach them, they remember till the day of examination. Maybe 1 month, 2 months, 3 months after that, plain. Involvement part is not there. Albert Einstein has said, I don't teach, I never teach my students. I create an atmosphere which facilitates them to learn. And furthermore, Mahatma Gandhi has said that the person who knows how to think need not have to be taught. कि जिसको सोचना आता है उसको सिखाने की जरूरत नहीं, लेकिन सोचना आना पड़ेगा. So when person will think, हम कब सोचते हैं? जब कोई प्रश्न पड़ता है. प्रश्न कब पड़ता है? जब कुछ क्यूरियोसिटी होती है, शंका आती है, तो प्रश्न पड़ेगा. APJ Abdul Kalam has rightly pointed out that curiosity leads to imagination. Curiosity leads to imagination. Imagination leads to thinking. Thinking leads to knowledge. Knowledge leads to creativity. Creativity leads to blossom. Blossom leads to research. Research leads to innovation. And innovation builds a nation. Everything starts from a very little thing, curiosity, जो बच्चों में होती ही है. Curiosity तो होती है. हम बच्चे के तब सवाल पूछते थे. आजकल के बच्चे सवाल नहीं पूछते, क्योंकि उनका all answers are ready. Everything is ready. Cooking. They go to the school. A for apple, B for ball, C for cat. उसके बजाय they know nothing. अगर हम A is for apple सिखाएंगे, तो वो apple ही ध्यान में रखेगा. No curiosity. वो सोचेगा भी नहीं उसके बारे में. So this curiosity is being there. Now role of a teacher is make them think. बच्चों को विचार करने के लिए प्रवृत्त करना, ये अभी शिक्षक का काम होना चाहिए. क्लास में जाकर के delivery of the content is not teaching down. 90% of engineering institutions, including IITs and IIMs, focuses on delivery of the content. Delivery of the content that is not required. All information is available at the click of a mouse. Students are not interested, it is not required. Make them think on the information. Once they think on the information, that information will get converted into knowledge. Then and only then, the student will try to digest some concepts in management, some concept in engineering, some concept. मतलब जो सीखना है वो विचार करना. And we have a strong legacy. We have a strong legacy of the thinkers. So मैंने अभी आर्य चाणक्य जी का फोटो आते हुए देखा. मेरे जी से बात मैं कर रहा था. He talked about the ancient this thing. Yes, I would like to correlate it with that. You might have heard about Sushrut Sengupta. Have you? Has anybody? Sushrut Sengupta. He has compiled a Sushrut Samhita. Yes. So Sushrut Samhita, Sushrut, उसका regime था 650 years before Christ. He compiled the medical knowledge. उसने किया नहीं कुछ, जो था उसको compile किया. What he has done? He has classified 1,157 plants, its medicinal uses. He has classified. He talked about 64 preparations of plant-based, 57 preparations of animal-based, and its systematic dosages. He talked about 217 diseases and its systematic diagnostic process. Second part talks about surgery. First cataract surgery was conducted by Sushrut Sengupta at that time. And first plastic surgery was successfully conducted by Sushrut Sengupta at that time. He was not the graduate of any university. Formal education था नहीं, सवाल ही नहीं हुआ. He was a thinker. ये वो करता गया. And then it evolved. Same is the thing with Arya Chanakya. He has written a book. It's Kautilya's Arthashastra. It's there available. Kautilya's. It's not a book of economics. अगर हम अर्थशास्त्र कहेंगे तो मैनेजमेंट वालों को लगेंगे इकोनॉमिक्स की बुक है. नहीं है. It contains 14 different branches. Four of them are related to the engineering and technology. One is mining, metallurgy. He has talked about the systematic extraction of 7 metals at that time, and its analytics. He talked about environment and he talked about management. When G.K. Iyer, industrialist in Kerala, he writes for Times of India. Every Saturday his column comes, And he says that the principles of the management laid by R.A. Chanakya are still valid. R.A. Chanakya, so we know, so he was a teacher, he was a thinker. Aryabhatta has gifted the magical figure of 0 to the world mathematics, and he estimated the diameter of the earth at that time to be 12,743 kilometers. He estimated that. It was in course at that time, but it comes to be 12,743 kilometers. NASA has recently confirmed it. Aryabhatta was not having any technological assistance with him. Great thinker. You can take example of Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. His management lessons are being taught the universities across the globe now. He was not the graduate of any university. He was not having any certificate. But they were thinkers. And not only thinking. Okay? Today morning, I was there with the Vice Chancellor of your skill university, Rajasthan Skill University, I think Mr. Pawar. I was there with him. He told me a very beautiful story about the skills. कि बच्चों को पढ़ाई के साथ में क्या आना चाहिए. तो एक पंडित जी गंगा पार कर रहे थे और जो माझी है नौका चलाने वाला वो लेके जा रहा था. तो गंगा पार करने में आधा पौना घंटा लगता था. तो शुरू हो गए पंडित जी, आपने महाभारत पढ़ी है? तो मैं कहाँ महाभारत पढ़ूंगा, मैं तो दिन भर थक जाता हूँ ये नौका चलाते चलाते और घर में जाके खाना खा के सो जाता हूँ, मैं कहाँ पढ़ूंगा. तो उसने कहा कि आपकी 4 आना जिंदगी तो गई. काम की नहीं, आपने महाभारत नहीं पढ़ी तो क्या पढ़ा, क्या जिंदगी जी. वो बेचारा चुपचाप बैठा. थोड़ा और बीच में आगे गए. फिर पंडित जी ने पूछा, आपने रामायण पढ़ी है क्या? तो मैंने सुना है रामायण के बारे में, क्या होता है? मैंने पढ़ा बेटा नहीं है, मुझे कहाँ पढ़ना आता है. आपकी तो आधी जिंदगी निकल गई, यूजलेस, कुछ काम नहीं है. मतलब आपकी वाया गई, वेस्ट गई आपकी आधी जिंदगी. सब चलता चलता रहा. बीच धार में नौका आ गई और जब नौका घूमने लगी, वहां जाके थोड़ी दाम दौड़ होने लगी, तो उस माझी ने पूछा कि मौसम खराब हो गया, बहाव तेज हो गया, पंडित जी आपको तैरना है? तो पंडित जी बोले मुझे तैरना नहीं आता है. तो उसने कहा आपकी पूरी जिंदगी है, आपका ज्ञान है, महाभारत है, रामायण है, ये जिंदगी जीने के लायक नहीं है, जान बचाने के लायक नहीं बचा अभी. तो जिंदगी जीने के लिए जो लगता है वो आना चाहिए. अस्त्र के साथ शास्त्र के साथ अस्त्र का भी, शस्त्र का और अस्त्र का भी प्रयोग करना आना चाहिए. दैट इज अ स्किल एंड एजुकेशन. इसका कॉम्बिनेशन करने वाला दैट इज द जॉब ऑफ टीचर. टीचर का तो बहुत रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. वी टेक दैट गुरु ब्रह्मा, गुरु विष्णु, गुरु देवो महेश्वरा, गुरु साक्षात पर ब्रह्मा. ब्रह्मा इज द क्रिएटर. We compare teacher with the creator, Brahma. That place is given to the Guru. Matrudevo bhava, Pitrudevo bhava, Gurudevo bhava. We compare Guru with our parents. We give higher place to the parent, to the Guru, because students don't listen. My son, again, he was the school going. When he was going in his first, I think, KG class. KG or first, I don't remember. So, his teacher, my wife insisted him to put him in the English medium. So he was in English medium. One day he came and the spelling of the train was written as a T-R-E-N. I said, it is wrong. He said, Papa, you don't know anything, my teacher has told me. मेरे शिक्षक ने कहा ये बात, मैंने राउंड किया उसको, with the expectation that tomorrow that madam or sir will rectify it. Again, उसको scratch करके T-R-E-N लिख के वापस भेजा. Then तो मैंने उनको समझाने की कोशिश की कि मैंने उसका स्कूल बदल दिया. कहने का मतलब यही है कि टीचर को बच्चे ज्यादा बिलीव करते हैं, पेरेंट्स ज्यादा बिलीव करते हैं. पुनिया साहब ने वो कहानी सुनाई हमें कि वो जब यहाँ से MNIT से निकल करके NIT TTR लिए, तो उनके साइड में एक प्रोफेसर रहते थे. तो प्रोफेसर महाशय ने उनको बाहर जाना था कहीं, उन्होंने कहा कि ये मेरा एक छोटा कुत्ते का ये है, पेट है उनके पास, अभी उसको थोड़ा संभाल सकते हैं. तो उन्होंने कहा मैं तो खेती बाड़ी करने वाला हूँ, किसान फैमिली से आया हूँ, मैं ये सब कर सकता हूँ, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं, आप बिना झिझक चाहिए, आई विल टेक केयर ऑफ इट. तो उन्होंने वो रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी ले ली कि प्राध्यापक महाशय निकल गए. निकलने के बाद 3-4 घंटे के बाद उनके बीवी का फोन है, भाई साहब डॉली का दूध का समय हो गया, दूध दे दिया। तो उनको समझ नहीं आया डॉली क्या कह रही, नहीं डॉली मतलब पेट का नाम था, मैंने दे दिया, दूध दे दिया। फिर 4 बजे फोन आ गया, भाई साहब उसका बिस्कुट खाने का टाइम हो गया, बिस्कुट दे दिया। फिर शाम को फोन आ गया, उसका घूमने का टाइम हो गया, आपने घुमाया। ये थोड़ी इरिटेट हो गए सुन के। फिर उन्होंने उस प्रोफेसर महाशय को फोन किया कि भाई साहब मैंने आपको कहा था कि मैं किसान का बेटा हूं, गाय भैंसे मैं चला चुका हूं, ये सब जानवर मुझे पालना आता है और मैं कर रहा हूं। यू डोंट बिलीव मी, आपका मुझ पर विश्वास है या नहीं? और एक बात मुझे बताइए, आप टीचिंग में 22 साल से हो, पेरेंट्स अपने बच्चे आपके पास भेजते हैं, आजकल तो 1 होता है या 2 होते हैं, पूरा फोकस बच्चे पे रहता है। कितने पेरेंट ने आपको दिन में एक बार या साल में एक बार या 4 साल में एक बार फोन किया कि मेरा बच्चा क्या कर रहा है? ये नहीं किया बिकॉज दे बिलीव यू। ये श्रद्धा है टीचर के ऊपर, शिक्षक के ऊपर ये श्रद्धा है, और इस श्रद्धा का एक इसलिए शिक्षक को ऊपर का स्थान दिया गया है। इसके ऊपर का रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी भी बहुत बड़ा है। एक देयर इज अ कोट इन उपनिषद, राजा राज्यकृत्यम पापम राजन्य पापम पुरोहिता, राजा राज्यकृत्यम पापम राजन्य पापम पुरोहिता, भातृपत्नी कृत्यम पापम शिष्यम पापम गुरुतता। मैंने कहा अगर राजा कुछ गलती करता है तो उसका ट्रेनर गलत है, उसने उसको शिक्षा सही नहीं दी है, इसलिए वो गलत है। अगर बीवी की वजह से कोई गलत होता है घर में तो बीवी रिस्पॉन्सिबल नहीं है, हस्बैंड रिस्पॉन्सिबल है। वैसे अगर बच्चा कुछ काम नहीं कर पा रहा है, परफॉर्म नहीं कर पा रहा है, तो इट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लाइज विद द टीचर। दिस इज द बिगेस्ट रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी शोल्डर ऑन अस, एंड देयरफॉर दिस प्लेस इज योर पास। आई स्ट्रांगली फील कि हम लोग ये कर सकते हैं, वी कैन शोल्डर दिस चैलेंज। बिफोर कंक्लूडिंग, बस बहुत बोल चुका हूं मैं, एक ही चीज जाते जाते बताऊंगा जो आजकल कहना बहुत जरूरी है, एंड दैट इज शिक्षा के पहले उनका चरित्र बनाइए, क्योंकि बच्चा सुनता आपकी है। एक तो उसका पीयर लर्निंग, जो अपने सहयोगी से सीखता है, फ्रेंड से सीखता है, नहीं तो सुनता है तो वो टीचर के सुनता है, बाकी किसी के सुनता नहीं। क्योंकि प्रॉब्लम इसलिए बाबा साहब अम्बेडकर ने कहा था कि कैरेक्टरलेस एजुकेटेड पर्सन इज मोर डेंजरस देन द बीस्ट। एंड महात्मा गांधी ने यह कहा था, उनका एक पुस्तक है, एक बुक है कि सप्त सामाजिक अपराध, 7 सोशल सिंस, उसमें लिखा है वो उन्होंने, अगर आपके पास कैरेक्टर नहीं है, नीतिमत्ता नहीं है, तो शिक्षण देना पाप है। तो नीतिमत्ता, कैरेक्टर इज फर्स्ट एंड देन एजुकेशन। एजुकेशन विदाउट कैरेक्टर विल मेक डिजास्टर। एंड हम लोग देख रहे क्या हो रहा है, कभी नाम सुनते हैं नीरव मोदी का, कभी सुनते हैं ललित मोदी, तो कभी सुनते हैं विजय माल्या का, हर्षद मेहता, कितने, ये तो हजारों लोग हैं, इसमें से कोई भी अनपढ़ नहीं है। They are all qualified, they are trained to loot the nation. I am responsibly making this statement. कर्जा निकालने के पहले ये डुबोना कैसा है, उसका चार्ज उनके पास है, इसका चार्ज। ये कोई अनएजुकेटेड आदमी नहीं कर सकता है। ये जो इसलिए कैरेक्टर का होना जरूरी है। कलकत्ता में ब्रिज गिरा बांधने के पहले हो गया, कंप्लीट होने के पहले, इंडिया में 2-3 बार हो गई। When bridge is under construction, it collapses. स्कूल बिल्डिंग कोलैप्सेस। अगर हमारे पास एथिक्स नहीं रहे, उसमें स्टील क्या दिया है, उसमें सीमेंट क्या दिया है, उसमें मटेरियल क्या यूज किया है, उसमें टेक्नोलॉजी क्या है, अगर हम नहीं देखेंगे, इग्नोर करेंगे, तो ये दिस थिंग्स आर गोइंग टू हैपन। हम लोग छोटे थे तब गवर्नमेंट का कोई शिक्षा अभियान चल रहा था, कथा आई डोंट नो क्या, और दीवार पे लिखा रहता था कि अडानी बाप घराला था, इट्स मराठी, मतलब अनएजुकेटेड फादर इज न्यूसेंस टू द फैमिली, ऐसा लिखा रहता था। मैं आजकल सोचता हूँ, उस वक्त मैंने पढ़ा था, अब सोचता हूँ कि अनएजुकेटेड फादर होना इतना गलत है क्या करेगा अनएजुकेटेड आदमी, क्या करेगा? वो मालिक को बोलेगा 10-7 घंटा मैंने काम किया, हालांकि उसने 6 घंटा 7 घंटा किया रहेगा, वो जाएगा भी नहीं और बोलेगा 10 घंटा काम किया, नहीं करेगा। ऐसा ज्यादा काम करेगा तो आएगा, थोड़ा सा देसी मार लेगा, थोड़ी घर में प्रॉब्लम करेगा, थोड़ा उसके फैमिली को प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी, मे भी आजू बाजू के 4 घरों को प्रॉब्लम होगी, मोहल्ले को होगी, देश को नहीं होगी, देश को नहीं होगी। लेकिन जब सिस्टमैटिक ट्रैप बना के एजुकेटेड लोग हजारों करोड़ रुपए लेकर के भाग जाएंगे तो देश को प्रॉब्लम हो जाएगी। इसलिए ये दिस इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू बिल्ड अ कैरेक्टर इनटू द स्टूडेंट। कैरेक्टर, चाणक्य ने कहा था कि कैरेक्टर इज नॉट योर पर्सनल थिंग, चरित्र ये व्यक्तिगत बात नहीं हो सकती है, बिकॉज व्यक्तिगत चरित्र से राष्ट्र का चरित्र बनता है। और अगर ये चरित्र आपको बनाना है तो इसी एज में बनाना पड़ता है, और इस एज में बनाना है तो आपकी सुनती है, आपकी रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी है, बिकॉज लाइन इज वेरी ब्लर। कब क्रॉस किया, मिट्टी में रथ में पड़े हम पकड़ सकते हैं, इसमें कब फिसल गए समझता नहीं। बच्चों का ऐसा होता है, कब मर्यादा लाने की नहीं समझता है। किसी शायर ने खूब कहा है, बर्फ का वो शरीफ टुकड़ा, बर्फ का वो शरीफ टुकड़ा जाम में क्या गिरा बदनाम हो गया। बर्फ का वो शरीफ टुकड़ा जाम में क्या गिरा बदनाम हो गया, देखा जब तक सफाई अपनी खुद शराब बन गया। मैंने नहीं किया, मुझे मालूम नहीं था, रियलाइज होने के पहले गंगा बह चुकी होती है। सो दिस इज द टाइम, वी हैव टू बी वेरी अलर्ट, मेक टू थिंग्स, रिमेंबर टू थिंग्स, मेक स्टूडेंट्स थिंक and focus on their character. And definitely I don't believe in being a superpower of the world and all. Let us be a knowledge power, let us emerge as a ethical and moral power of the world. And I think let us join hands together. IST will always be with you in this endeavor. And with this just one final appeal, IST is constructing a building. IST is constructing, we have a vehicles land in IIT campus. So we are constructing a building, guest house building for teachers. Its approximate estimation is 14 crores. We have almost completed the building. So it's not कि कल हम शुरू करने जा रहे हैं और आज पैसा मांगने आए, ऐसा नहीं है। It's almost complete. हमारे पास गवर्नमेंट की कुछ स्कीम्स आए कि एक डिपार्टमेंट ने कहा कि हम 10 करोड़ देंगे, एक फ्लोर देंगे। हमारे एंसेस्टर्स ने कहा कि ये टीचर्स की प्रॉपर्टी, अगर आप किसी को अंदर लाओगे तो एक दिन आपको बाहर जाना पड़ेगा, वो अंदर आके बैठेंगे, तो ये टीचर्स की प्रॉपर्टी टीचर के पास रह दो। तो इसलिए मैं देशव्यापी एक मुहिम लेके घूम रहा हूँ, हाथ में कटोरा लेकर के, कि जितना भी होता है 500, 100, 1000 कुछ भी जो है उसको दैट इज टैक्स फ्री। अंडर 80G इट इज टैक्स फ्री। जो भी डोनेशन आपको देना है इसके बिल्डिंग फंड के लिए तो आप जनरसली दे दीजिए। मैनेजमेंट को भी मेरा अपील है कि अगर आप मोर देन 20 लाख रुपीज दोगे तो आपके नाम का वहाँ पे एक कमरा, 20 लाख के लिए कमरा बनेगा, आपका नाम रहेगा। एंड टू होम आप किसी को भी भेज दीजिए, साल में 30 दिन का हम स्टे देंगे उसको। तो देयर आर वेरियस स्कीम्स, 50 लाख के लिए हम विंग का नाम हॉल का या विंग का नाम देंगे। सो इट्स लाइक दैट। सो आई अपील, humbly appeal to all teachers and the management to generously donate for the IST fund.